More information is coming to light about the ties between Justice Department officials, the Hillary Clinton campaign, and Fusion GPS. One America's Neil McCabe has that report.
Associate Deputy Attorney General Bruce Ohr failed to disclose to the Justice Department in ethics filings that his wife Nellie Ohr was on the payroll of Fusion GPS, Hillary Clinton's political research firm, the same company that then hired former British intelligence officer Christopher Steele to write the so-called Steele dossier. At the same time Steele was working on Fusion GPS on the Clinton campaign's dossier project, he was also working for the Justice Department and the FBI as a paid informant and reporting to Bruce Ohr. Daily Caller Foundation reporter Luke Rosiak told One America News Bruce Ohr's failure to disclose his wife Nellie's relationship to Fusion GPS aligns with the fact pattern documented in the Nunez memo.
This isn't some minor thing where he forgot to list something on a form. This was a material omission that was highly relevant in this major issue.
Rosiak, a former Senate National Security investigator, said Ohr, a senior DOJ official and attorney, had to know his legal obligation to disclose Nellie Ohr's job with Fusion GPS. He also told One America News that it was the evidence that Ohr, who was not assigned to the Russian interference in the 2016 election, who brought the Steele dossier to the FBI after his wife was hired.
That he took it upon himself to press this. That's like concealing something from your boss and then actively pursuing a direct conflict of interest.
Then there is the question of what was Nellie Ohr paid to do.
When people talk about this dossier, they usually say Chris Steele wrote it, right? So if Chris Steele wrote the dossier, what did they pay Bruce Ohr's wife for? Were they essentially just paying for access?
Ohr signed his 2017 government ethics filing May 12, 2017, including a statement where he certified that his disclosures were true, complete, and correct to the best of his knowledge. In another bizarre twist, Scott Schools, an Associate Deputy Attorney General hired by President Barack Obama's Deputy Attorney General Sally Yates, did not sign the OGE Form 278E until February 9th of 2018, a full week after the Nunez memo exposed Bruce Ohr's relationship with Christopher Steele and the FBI's duplicity relating to its request for FISA warrants to monitor a Trump campaign volunteer, and a full 10 months after Ohr first submitted the document. One America News asked the Justice Department if Schools stands by his certification of Ohr's ethics filing. The Justice Department did not respond before deadline. Ohr's failure to disclose also lines up with the testimony of Glenn Simpson, the head of Fusion GPS. When Simpson testified before Congress, he said he barely knew Ohr and never mentioned that he had hired his wife. The news about Ohr is a political problem for the defenders of the FBI and DOJ during and after the 2016 political cycle, but it is also a legal problem for Bruce Ohr. In addition to the civil penalties of up to $50,000, the government officials submitting their OGE Form 278E are told that the Attorney General may prosecute someone for, quote, knowingly and willfully failing to report any information that such individual is required to report, unquote. Neil W. McCabe, One America News, Washington.
We can use your help. Call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call today.